Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So today, guys, I just wanted to start off with this. This dropped yesterday, and a couple days ago, I was interviewed for the Cryptonaires documentary. They just dropped a new teaser featuring yours truly, and so I'm not going to play it here right now, but I love the little tag they got here. These guys have been working tirelessly to, interview people. They went to Swell. I believe Dustin right now is in Liechtenstein, so, there's my ugly mug there. Anyway, get rid of that. The fact of the matter is these guys are great. They're doing this doc and, they're really hammering out the interviews, and I will link that tweet in the description for those of you guys who haven't seen it. But let's continue with things. And so, guys, we know that MoneyGram transfers are now using ODL through the Mexican corridor, and that was its big entrance into the cryptocurrency space. Well, now Ripple Exec says MoneyGram has launched XRP in multiple markets, including Thailand as well. So this from Marjan Delantine saying at the Asia House Global Trade Dialogue in Singapore. Clearly, she's still in Singapore. Delantine says MoneyGram is already up and running with ODL in a handful of countries like Mexico and Thailand. And so she's making a case for ODL. MoneyGram, for instance, is a case where we recently went live. They are using this solution in a few markets, as I mentioned, in more exotic markets like Mexico and Thailand. And they're already seeing a great efficiency decrease in the costs of the way that the treasury and liquidity management is happening. So then she goes on to talk about ODL and how it works, the mechanics behind it. Guys, we all know this. And she gives an example explaining, the traditional FX markets, how, a lot of these smaller companies are exposed to the volatility of fiat currencies over several periods of days, and that could cost them tens, if not hundreds of dollars. She goes on to say this still, of course, needs to be more commercialized, but this is really shifting the way that we are thinking about transferring money compared to what is happening today, i.e. using the SWIFT system. And guys, you know what I just realized? They talk about Ripple and how XRP and cross-border instant settlement, because that's what's important here, instant settlement, how that's going to change the way we think about sending money. And, to me, it just was kind of a surface level, well, yeah, you get your money instantly as opposed to waiting for 2 days. But I didn't actually think of some of the implications. And so let me just run this by you. I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen to you where you are selling something, maybe on Craigslist or Kijiji or some online classifieds that is similar to that. And, you're meeting the person and you're expecting for them to bring you cash. And they're like, oh, well, can't I just EMT you the money? And you're just kind of like, yeah, I suppose you can EMT me the money. But then, they EMT you a minute later, they leave, you leave. And who knows if that's actually going to settle, if they actually have the money in their account. That's actually happened to me on numerous occasions. I deal with clients, some of whom are more legitimate, let's say, than others. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Most of my clients are pretty good, but some of them, they try to not pay you for the work that you've done. And, once you've delivered the product to them and they say, oh yeah, I'm going to EMT you, and they do, it could still realistically take 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes even longer, for that money to actually settle. These are smaller jobs I'm talking about, guys. I am a video content producer for those of you guys who don't know. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. Ripple is going to change the way we send money, and eventually problems like the one I'm describing to you are going to no longer exist. That's an amazing thing. Don't know if you guys thought about that. Anyway, I saw this from the XRP Arcade. ZG.com is an exchange founded in 2018, and they are now listing XRP. It's a Singapore exchange, and it maintains offices in multiple countries and regions such as the US, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Taiwan. And yes, guys, they are now listing XRP. So that's some big news from ZG.com. And part of me feels like a lot of these exchanges are getting on the XRP I don't want to say bandwagon because, it makes sense to use XRP on your exchange, especially if you hold, or rather if you offer multiple cryptocurrencies to your clients and your clients want to exchange within cryptocurrencies fast and efficiently. Even if they're not trading XRP specifically, they can still transact between fiat and other cryptos or cryptos to cryptos with that XRP as a smooth bridge. So that's some great news from ZG. I saw this from XRP Crypto Wolf on Twitter. The Royal Bank of Canada, the country's largest bank with over $965 billion in total assets, is exploring a launch in crypto. And this came out a couple of days ago. Didn't really want to talk about it because there was so much other news. But guys, Royal Bank of Canada is the largest bank in the country. And now they are saying they are getting into the crypto game. They are realizing, like many banks in the United States and other countries, that, their big players want to get into this new emerging investment asset, and they want to find a safe and easy way to do it, namely through their bank. You know, they talk about how these individual users don't want to have to manage their own cryptographic keys, and so they're going to have a custody solution for them. Like many other organizations, they file patent applications to ensure proprietary ideas and concepts are protected. And then it just goes on to list some of the other cryptocurrency exchanges in Canada. Einstein, guys, as you know, just shut down recently. I had one experience with them. It was a bad experience. I no longer use Einstein. CoinSquare is the way to go, guys, for you Canadians out there. That's the exchange I use. I also have a BINANCE exchange as well. So crypto custody now becoming a little bit more, at least one step further to become mainstream in Canada. I saw this on Twitter from Bank XRP. And guys, I did a video on this regarding PayPal and Xoom and how they could have potentially been using Ripple technology, or at least testing it, as far back as 2016. I don't know if you guys remember that video. I brought it up here. It was such a long time ago, as you can see here. Working Money channel, December 16th, 2018, I did the video. So almost a year ago, Ripple XRP has PayPal been using Ripple tech since 2018. Well, whether they had been or not, now it seems like they have no choice but to use Ripple technology, because Xoom rolls out domestic money transfer services in the US, and this has to do with Xoom, PayPal's international money transfer service. Today rolled out the ability for customers to send money to recipients in the United States for the first time. Through a strategic alliance with Walmart and RIA, Americans can now use Xoom to send money fast for cash pickup, typically in minutes at nearly 5,000 locations across the country. And so guys, we know Walmart has the partnership with MoneyGram, as you can see here from MoneyGram's official website. You can see the logo up here. But not only that, guys, Walmart has also partnered with RIA. Powered by RIA, Walmart to Walmart brings lower fees and simplicity to the money transfer market. And guys, this from 2014. Now, I don't know what kind of contracts they have, because I do know that MoneyGram is a big strategic partner for Walmart, but RIA is as well. Nevertheless, this from back in May 2019, Ripple partners with RIA Money Transfer to power instant global payments. And guys, I'll link all these articles in the description if you want to read further. But this just goes to show you that the world is going to run on Ripple, whether we want it to or not. Of course, we want it to. We're investors. But whether you like it or not, it's going to run on Ripple. All the naysayers out there, all the detractors, all the haters are eventually going to have to cower with their tails between their legs, because Ripple really is the new frontier of cross-border payments. It says down here, Xoom services potentially benefit more than 44 million foreign-born people in the US who send remittances to family and friends in their home countries. With the introduction of domestic money transfer services, Xoom will now serve even more customers, including more than half of Americans who make domestic, person-to-person payments. Using Xoom's mobile app or website, customers will have the ability to send money quickly and securely for cash pickup at any Walmart or RIA-owned store in the United States. So guys, it's what Bearable Guy was saying. And I'm sorry, I have to bring this up because he really does have a point here. This from months ago now. Eventually, companies are either going to have to work with Ripple and use XRP, or work with R3 and use XRP. And this figure down here representing Swift. This with regards to Swift, but I think my point comes across. Ripple is going to run the world of payments, and whether we wanted to or not, we can't do anything about it. Anyways, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.